guys, welcome back to the Merry Boozers RC channel, and welcome all you future captains to a boat night here with our collab extravaganza with Pilot Ryan and RC Air Marshal. We're really looking forward to having a good time tonight. Anytime we get a chance to collab with these guys, we have a good time. If you haven't already checked them out, we did release our 3 boat videos earlier today at 7 o'clock, and tomorrow we're going to be doing the same thing for the RC Air Marshals channel. We've got 3 basher trucks coming up. So tonight we're all about boats. It's not something we do very often here on the channel. I think we've had maybe 1 boat in the past. But it's another aspect to the hobby, and we, along with Ryan and Dave, are all lovers of all things RC, and we want to try it all. So tonight, guys, it's all about our guests, so let's get them on the screen now. Please welcome Pilot Ryan and the RC Air Marshal, Dave Marshall.
What's up?
What is up?
Introduce, guys. What's up?
I'm super nervous. I've never done this before.
It's all the first time.
I'm
Yes.
I'm super nervous. Too much pressure, and I'm nervous. I've been hanging out with, what's her name? Miley.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yep. You know, we've gone off the rails way too early when you're quoting Miley Cyrus lyrics in the first
He
minute.
loves RC. So, guys, if you haven't had a chance to check out the videos, Dave has kind of a pool-sized boat. It's going to be good in the pool, basically. You could drive it in the water, in a lake. But and then Ryan's got more of a speedboat that's going to be more suited for the lake. And then I have one that can kind of go both ways. You can put this one in the pool or out on the lake. So, guys, tell them about yours. I guess, Ryan, let's start with you. You've got the big Mac Daddy everybody wants to see there. What do you got? Let them know about it.
I got the Stealth Wake. It's a 23-inch ship. It's great for campfires, singing Kumbaya. It resonates extremely well. So, first of all, I would say thanks for having me. And if you want to know more about this boat, check out my video because I think I showed it off pretty good for a guy who doesn't know a thing about it. And the intro's funny, too, because I really did not know what to say at all, except these guys kind of talked me into doing a boat, which was fun.
Links
so
are
there's
in
like
the
a
description to his video, guys, if you're looking for it.
And to Dave's and all that stuff. But got a foam gasket, and then I got a big monster servo for the steering, which I thought was cool. And then, as I say in the video, the ESC is one of those ESCs that doubles for nickel metal operations as it comes stock. Pull the pin, move it 1 jumper, and you can run 2S LiPo. So in my video, I ran it on the provided nickel metal battery and then a 2S 5000 LiPo, which was like the same size and weight as the stock 2400. So I got more time and more power out of that, like, I think best cheap upgrade. Mine's got a brushed motor as well, and then water induction cooling coils wrapped around that thing, which is actually really neat. But I tell you, it always caught me by surprise when I was putting it away for the day, because there'd be water in there, sitting there still once it's out of the lake, and I get that hot water run over my hand or something. It's hot, man.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, really cool. I mean, so the rudder's offset. Of course, the propeller's in the middle. And you do have to be careful of the weeds a little bit. But I was super impressed with it. And a little bit, first thing that hit me was that the battery sits off to one side. So you got this list on the ship. But once you torque it up and get up to speed, it was dialed in. So, I mean, they did smart by putting the big servo, receiver, ESC, all of that is on the other side from where the battery goes. So smart. And then that's it. That's the boat review, like 30 seconds. So, and then you pin it in, twist the deal, and you're done. Back to the campfire.
Right. So,
all plastic all the way.
oh yeah, and it's got a sweet looking paint job on it. I really dig it. So, Dave, tell us a little bit about your boat.
Yep. So this one is the Pro Boat Jet Jam. It is a little jet boat. So as the name would suggest, where Ryan's and Wesley's have your traditional propeller and rudder, this one has an impeller system and just has a jet nozzle on the back, like a diverter that will shoot the blast of water to the right or to the left. Same with the boat that Ryan's got. This is a full plastic hull. It's all plastic throughout, just molded plastic. When you pop the top off, it's just got a little knob up there at the top. You twist it, half turn, the whole top pops off. It does get like some drops of water down in there. I mean, you're not going to get like the whole lake. Even when you flip it upside down or you throw it, nose first into the water, it comes right back up and it doesn't get a lot of water in there at all. You got just a standard servo that drives that diverter on the back, and it's a brushed motor. And now this one does not have water cooling, like the water cooling pipes around that brushed motor, like the bigger boats do. And it runs off of it's a lithium ion pack. So it runs off of like a 2S lithium ion pack. But lithium ions, at least these are the same voltage as lipos. So if you wanted to run it on lipos, you could. Voltage is voltage in that case. But yeah, overall, I had a ton of fun with it. As you'll see in the video, this thing is pretty maneuverable. It will, just run circles around stuff in super tight radiuses.
You said something earlier off camera that I think is another reason why that thing is perfect for the pool.
Yeah.
There's no propeller to mess with to hurt the kids or anything. And also, if you were running it in a place like I was running, you wouldn't really foul up in the weed. Didn't Tawny Katane have a good time running that in the pool as well?
She did. She did. I was waiting for like the birthday cake scenario, but she can hold her breath really well, and she never came out of the water.
Once you can get her off the hood of the car, she's an excellent boat driver. It was great that you had Whitesnake there for the soundtrack.
Yep.
I love it.
So I did have Lori adjust my volume, guys. They were saying I was a little low. Hopefully y'all can hear me good now. She's cranking it. She's cranking it. I think.
It sounds good to us. I think it's the
maybe. There we go.
stream.
Now they're even stronger. All right. So I have the ProBoat React in front of me. This one's kind of a mid-size between the two. So if you wanted to be able to use it in the pool or out on a pond, this one goes a little bit faster than the entry-level ones. A little bit faster than the jet boat, I should say. It's not really an entry. Well, I guess it is an entry. They're all entry-level.
What battery?
This one comes with a 1500 milliamp 2S battery. It does have a proprietary plug on it. Not to say you can't change the connector and use whatever you want in here, but if you want to use the one that comes with it, the one cool thing about this battery is that this actually has telemetry on it. So when the battery gets low, it starts beeping at you and saying, hey, it's time to come back in so you don't get stuck out in the middle of the lake. So it starts beeping and it's time to come in. I did get about a 15-minute runtime, and I was not gentle on it. I was ripping it, and it handled it great. Same kind of setup as the other two's boats. The little thing, if I can open it, pops open, and of course when you're trying to do it on camera, right? There we go. That has a gasketed seal on it, and on the inside, this one also has the pipettes around the motor to provide cooling.
Oh, pipettes.
There you go. It's got an aluminum drive shaft, and it does have its own steering servo in the back, and then the offset rudder, and then it's got the little keel fins back here to help keep it straight. And this one, along with Dave's, are both self-righting boats too. So if you flip it over, it has a little tube in there that fills up with a little bit of water, and then it flips back over to level. So you don't have to worry about going out in the middle of the lake if you flip it over. It'll turn itself back
Right.
over.
Yeah, and the self-writing on this one, it does not like fill up one side or the other. Those are just stickers on the sides,
Oh, okay.
It's just ridiculous pictures. But the way this one works, because the motor is, mounted centrally and it's got a quite a bit of torque on it, and the way that the boat is shaped, if it's upside down, the way that you self-right it is to run the motor in reverse, which will torque it over one way and then give it a quick blip in forward, and it just
Oh,
flips it
that's a
over.
great idea.
Nice. That's like
Yeah.
Traxxas
Yeah.
trucks. Mine has a deep V keel, and I think with the way everything is down low in that deep V, that mine wouldn't stay upside down if it got upside down. And I turned it tight a few times and it never upset.
I was never able
And
to
I
get
didn't want to
mine
go get it
upside
either.
down either, but it does have
Yeah.
self-righting.
I tell you what, guys, if you really don't know how hard people work, I mean, Wesley, watch his video. He risked life and limb to run that $100 boat for y'all.
Oh,
Out there
yeah.
with the alligators.
His whole life. I mean, no joke. His whole life. And then, like, he's bending over to deal with it and, like, retrieve it from the water. I'm like, don't do it. It's like a horror movie. Like, you know what's going to happen. I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, don't open that door.
I don't.
Yeah, it's like Happy Gilmore, trying to get your golf ball back. He's trying to get his
Right.
boat and, ends
Oh.
up with
No,
no
yeah.
hand. He's going to be like Chubb's Boozer.
I don't know if Lori left it in the video, but the last time I went to get the boat out of the water, I reached down to get it, and I almost went face first right into the water. That shore we were on was super soggy, and when I stepped on it, I almost went right in the water. And everybody that was watching, because
Yep.
we had Dad was out there, and my uncle was there. That was actually at my uncle's house we filmed that. And, the whole family's there watching us playing with this little boat. And I almost fall in the water, and everybody's just dying laughing at me. So
They'd be laughing for a minute.
right until he gets bit by that alligator.
That was a little one. He
Jeez.
could have got a finger, maybe.
That's just baller. I mean, you
You
go
should
to
have let him get the boat.
the links we'll go to.
Right. But, I was actually super
Video.
impressed with the little boat. For the price and everything, this is a $100 boat. I think it's $99. So, for the price, it's actually a really good deal if you're wanting a boat to play with your kids. That's where I see boats being the most fun to me. We've taken several of Lori's friends out and done sailboats or speedboats or whatever. And it's fun that you can hand a kid the controller to a boat and say, have at it. You can't hurt it. Worst comes to worst, they crash into the shore and you go, oops, and throw it back out there.
So that's the neat thing about Surface is where a boat or a crawler or a basher, even a race car, you can stop, talk about it, hand it to them. You can't stop and talk about it and grab a drink
Right.
with an airplane. The airplane's operating like an extra dimension.
Right.
I mean, almost like think about 2D versus 3D. Like you got to deal with all of that also on an airplane. So it's chill. That's one thing I've noticed with the Surface stuff is like, yeah, it is cool to be able to hand it to anybody and let them have a rip on it. And it might lead them to airplanes. Airplanes are, let's not kid ourselves. I love it. You know what I mean? We all do. That's why we're here. But it's a different animal. It takes a lot more skill, I think, to do well. And we're probably like a smaller, segment. So if Surface can lead somebody into the hobby and maybe they go stay with that or they go migrate to airplanes, it's all good for us,
And one thing I forgot to talk about, my boat actually comes with this little rubber tip. So you change the tip out. Let me just show you here. So say you guys
Just the tip, though, right?
You just change. You put this little you put this little stretchy cover on the tip. All right, I got it. Just like this.
They have other words for that.
So yeah, the bow. Isn't
No.
it the bow, the stern? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
you put this.
Those are the correct
There
terms.
you go. You put
Yeah.
this little squishy tip on the end of it though, and this is for if you're running it in a pool and you give it to a kid and he smashes it right into the side. It keeps it from tearing up your boat.
Do you have to?
Make the jokes. It's more
Don't
fun
do
this
it.
way.
Don't do it.
Do you have to like relieve it a little bit, get some air up in there a little?
Yeah. Going down the rabbit hole quickly.
I mean, you don't want it to break.
Right. No, you don't. There's nothing worse than a leak in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, but it is a good idea, though. They thought of that. I just wanted to point it out for you guys that are looking at the React versus one or the other. If you're going to play with it in a pool, this one's a little faster. And you could do some damage to this one if you ran it into a concrete wall. And they thought of that for if you handed this to a kid or whatever, and you had this little tip on it, it'll keep you from breaking this boat. Because it is a fiberglass boat.
Is it fiberglass?
I believe this is actually fiber. Well, this might be plastic.
Huh. Yes, this one's all plastic.
I think mine is. I mean, it's the kind. It's plastic, but I think mine's the kind that'll like dent and crumple instead of maybe break.
I think if you ran this into a wall at full force, this boat's, I think the box says 20 miles an hour on it, and if you were going full speed and ran it straight into a concrete wall, you'd tear it up. So, and it's cool that they thought of that.
Yeah.
You know?
It is, because they know folks are going to be using it in perhaps smaller
areas.
Quarters. I was so scared to run out of power and have to go get it.
Michael Sherman, without the cover, you'll end up having lots of little boats.
That's right. This one's also, I mean, this one was made for being in the pool, right? And getting around kids and whatever. You're not going to chop them up with a propeller. It's also got a rubber, nose cap. That I mean, if you hit somebody with it at top speed, it's not going to feel great, but it's not going to kill you either.
I think the question everybody really wants to know the answer to is like, which boat is the best choice for taking squirrel water skiing?
Oh, I would definitely say yours. You'd have to have the power to get it up on the plane.
I think so.
Definitely.
I might have to up the motor. Like, I totally think if you put a brushless one on mine, it'd be
a rock.
Sick. It'd be torquey, but it'd be really kind of neat. These guys, I never was looking at boats, and then I looked at boats and I was like, wow. And then, of course, I started looking at, this is budget weekend, but by the end of the first day of looking at boats, I'm looking at the 6S boats, and not really budget kind of friendly, but it's like, man, the 6S boats just sound meaner than hell, and they'd be across the water before you blinked.
So I have had a 6S boat, and they are actually a ton of fun. When you get one going across the water at 50 miles an hour, shooting a rooster tail like 20 feet in the air, they are actually very impressive. It's still a boat, so you can only go left and right and across the water. It's like a car, but you can't jump it. Unless you hit your wake just right, going 50 miles an hour. They put a pretty good wake off of them. But, man, the one I had, it would get up off the water a little bit, and you'd just see the prop setting down in the water. And the whole thing was out of the water just on the prop dancing across the lake. And it was awesome. And I believe the boat you have, if you guys were looking for an upgrade path, I believe Ryan's boat would be an easy one to put a conversion in.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh yeah,
and get it really ripping.
You got plenty of room in there to do stuff. I think, yeah.
Now, one of the things with this, the little jet jam that I don't talk about in my video because I didn't feel like breaking out the box, but it was right behind me, so I went ahead and got it out and installed it. There's a little, like a little catch fence that you can put on the front of the boat for like pushing, beach balls around in the pool or whatever.
That's the go get 'em boat. That's what you take when you're
right.
Rescue boat.
I don't think this thing is going to push an airplane.
I don't know.
It'd be
Yeah.
very slow.
It could push another boat or something in there. Hey, Lori, you know, while we're talking
Yeah.
about it, why don't you play some of the running footage for everybody? So,
Yeah.
we're going to keep talking, but we want y'all to be able to see some of the footage of it actually running. Is it working? Yeah, she'll bring it back in a second.
There we go.
And there it is.
All right.
But yeah,
That's a clip on the. That's not fast yet. There we
you
go.
can see it throw
Look at
That's
that
on the
rooster
2S
tail.
lipo. Yeah. Tawny Contain.
That one doesn't look that slow to me. You know, it looks like it's scooting along pretty good. Don't get me wrong, you're not breaking the speed record, but you're having a good time.
Perfect for
Oh,
where
yeah.
it was.
Right. And you get a little goal set up at one end and get 2 or 3 of those with a beach ball. Let everybody play soccer with it.
Oh yeah,
Ball.
and have yourself some good fun with it. And they make them in different colors too, so you can get a white one and an orange one and have different teams.
Right.
Nice. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun. I never would have done it if you all didn't ask me, but that was neat.
And they do have another little jet boat too. So this was the one that was in stock at the time, the Jet Jam. But they also have one that's like a little racing boat that's a jet fan. And they also have the PT boat that's the jet powered. So I want to try the PT boat eventually. That one looks awesome. When it comes back in stock, I'm probably getting one.
I have a thing for tugboats, kinda, you know. But it just sit on a shelf.
It's hard. I mean, guys, let's all be honest. We are airplane guys. But, like I said, it's fun to try something a little different, you know?
I think that React looks like it's moving pretty good
It scoots pretty good, yeah.
stock out of the box. Yeah.
It-
I mean, so does Dave's.
It really does. For a pool boat?
Totally.
Yeah, it's a little ripper. You know, I was thinking that it was going to be something that was more suitable for like one of the little kiddie pools, but it's decently fast. I'm happy with it.
It looked like it kept its speed well in the turns too. Like if I turned sharp at all, I was totally scrubbed it off. You know,
Right.
If I made my turns big, I did okay. And you know, I heard a little bit about some folks talk about boats turn better one way than the other. I felt like they had that engineered out of it. Like I felt like my boat did turned well both directions. I was a little bit worried about that, but just because of kind of where the rudder was. But once you were in the power on mine, it seemed pretty good. Wesley, the battery on yours, does it set in the middle, or was yours offset like
I
mine?
believe it is offset to one side. Here, let me pop it open real quick
Okay.
and take a look. If I remember right, it goes to one side. I can't remember. The little hatch on mine, man, it makes a good seal when it's closed. Yeah, it's off to one side. I'll pop it in there.
Okay. Mine never got wet inside,
didn't.
but of course I never.
Not a drop.
Mine was never dunked either.
Yeah. What's interesting is even on the little one, you know, you can kind of see that the battery sits a little off to this side, and to counteract that, on the other side is where they have the ESC and the steering servo installed. So everything seems to be balanced out well in these things. They're well engineered.
They are. And the way mine works for this too, let me show you. So here's the battery. So you were asking about that. But there's also this little pipette right here. I don't know if you're able to see that or not.
Yeah.
So as the water hits that, that's what sucks it up inside around the motor. And then it spits it out
Yep.
out of this little tube right here. And you can see it spitting out in the videos.
I got that too. And it was kind of funny because when I'd be done running the thing, the water was hot in that tube still. It was cool.
The little motor, I mean, it got kind of warm. I was ripping it. I did not take it easy on this thing. I was full throttle everywhere with it because, I mean, it's a boat and that's what you want to do when you're in the water. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I only did I did a couple slow passes for camera, but most of the time I was full in it. I mean, come on.
And guys, if you are interested in these, all 3 boats are ready to run. They come with the transmitter. They come with the little chargers. They vary a
Little
little bit.
stand.
Little stand to put it on. Yeah.
Mine comes with a Red Cat Gen 8 to tow it.
You just need the trailer now.
Yeah.
Dude, that would look dope. And then if you could figure a way to like back it down into the water and unload it off of it.
Dude, I'm saying.
Yeah, it would look slick, man. The colors on
pretty
those
good.
things match up so well.
Dude, it's like, are you kidding me? Hold on. You
Lori, can we go to a bigger screen for a second? I think if it's the 3 split. Well, just the 3 split, I think is a little bit bigger for you. There you go. Yeah. Look at that. That would be perfect.
I mean, come on, dudes.
The boat needs to be probably twice as big to be scale, but it still
would
looks
still
good.
look
It would.
I don't think anybody'd be complaining if you rolled that up at the crawler course with the boat behind it.
No, they would think it was slick.
Crazy.
So guys, what are y'all thinking? Anybody have any questions in the comment sections for me or Ryan or Dave tonight? Let us know. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. We got Lori helping tonight, keeping an eye on the comment section. Looks like guys are digging it though. I've seen several people saying that they actually have boats and they really enjoy them.
It's always neat when you put something out there you don't think anyone's into, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've been doing that."
It's cool. It is different for us too, but I've really had a good time with it. I think my favorite thing about the boats to me though is Lori's friends actually really enjoy the boats when we get them. They're always the ones that go, "Hey, you got a new boat? Let's go out and play with it." So I don't know if that's how everybody is, but girls have been enjoying these boats when I brought them out. Lori's friends, we took them out one day with sailboats and the racer boats, and they sat out on the shore and played with these things for like 3 hours straight. So, it might be something a little different to try with your kids, I'm saying. What?
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Is there a funny one?
No, you didn't miss anything.
Was it me?
I'm just thinking, so, I mean, they're really going to love it when you finally sink the submarine then.
Exactly. So I forgot all about the submarine again. Steve's in here right now. The RC sub dude is what he should change his name to instead of the jet dude.
I think there is an RC sub dude on YouTube already.
He's got a different name though. It's the RC something. He's not sub dude though. Sub guy.
It's the guy that does Nautilus dry docks, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a ton of RC playgrounds too. Just pick your country. Have you noticed that?
Right.
Yeah, but no, Steve finally talked me into the sub, so I'm going to be doing one. I think I'm more excited to paint a submarine than I am to actually build it. I think the building part's going to be a pain in the butt.
So is driving a sub a little bit like if a tree fell in the woods? Does anybody hear it? Because you don't see it until like they're out, right?
Normally there's just a little periscope sticking out of the water for your return air, and that's it.
You just have to trust that it was awesome.
It's kind of like...
I'm just being funny,
it's kind of like flying an airplane with the submarines, especially in like a pool, because you have your dive plane to go up and down with, and your left and right.
Steve's Nautilus is epic looking.
Right, it is.
That thing is... Isn't that from like a book or something? That's not like a real sub, is it?
No, that's from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah, a book. Right. That thing is fantastic.
It is.
Oh, yeah. It looks great.
That's magical. I mean, that is a neat piece of equipment.
I have to say, it's very cool.
RC Jet, dude. That thing is totally ball. It's like steampunk, That thing just looks badass.
Well, and then he used real rust paint to paint the thing. So he painted it and actually rusted it. And so it looks legitimate, like rust running all down the thing. I mean, he did a great job. And, of course, he did lights and everything all over it.
Well, it's RC Jet, dude, man.
He can't halfway do it.
No way. I remember when I first met him, he was flying a Stinger 90 that he had so souped up the foam intakes were coming undone. It'd go so fast it was like coming apart.
What
You know what I
when I
mean?
saw him at Joe Nall, he had his Freewing F-15 or F-18 so decked out. He had like the formation lights were inlaid into the airplane, and they actually lit up at night. The air brake like worked on his. He had done everything you could do to the airplane. Oh, the
He
tail
had the
hook worked.
slickest A4 ever
Yeah,
too.
his tail hook actually went up and down and worked. Speaking of that, I know a guy that's supposed to have done that with a plane. He got from a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever happened to that though.
Put it on my list with everything else that I'm not getting to.
Yeah, there you go. He's the RC subdued, like subdued,
Like he
like
lost
he's been tied up.
and it's too bad.
Exactly.
Or
Subdued.
I like it.
Uh.
I like it. He's like, stop, behave, Austin Powers. Nice.
But yeah, no. Like I said, just as crazy as we are about airplanes and stuff, there's guys out there that love these boats just as much.
Oh yeah.
And Steve's a good one to show you.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, in doing like the research and stuff, just kind of reminiscing on last night, man, there are like hundreds of little mods available for those little SCX 24s. Little brass differential covers, brass steering knuckles. You can get like all brass weighted stuff to add weight to the bottom, to keep them from being top heavy. I was looking at all kinds of stuff today, like, good Lord, there's a bunch of people that are making mods for those. And it's the same with the boats, man. There's maybe not for this little pro boat, this little jet jam, but there's definitely some folks out there that are making some awesome boats.
Somebody was asking about if any of us have built one of the Dumas kits.
I have.
I have not, but I've seen them and they look amazing. But I just do not have the time. But man, when I look at there's a wealth of stuff at and on the Horizon Hobby site that you don't find unless you know how to search.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of the Dumas kits.
Yeah, everything's always featured brands, but they're carrying a bunch of stuff. Like, it's hard to find that Red Cat stuff, that Gen 8 and whatever, but that's where I got it. And I always want to say dumbass, because how can you not want to say dumbass?
That's how it's spelled.
But their tugboats and everything they have look really cool, but it's just like, I don't want to take on a kit build
you want to talk about a kit. That is a kit. Like, they are sand it down model.
I would be doing airplane kits, but before I would do. Speaking of, and we can, I mean, it's your show, but obviously we'll probably talk about some planes too, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Did you see the pea shooter on who is it? Legend Hobby had some Facebook posts about that P-26 pea shooter.
I guess I missed it.
Oh my gosh, looks great.
Well,
it's a wood plane, but I don't think it's
Seagull?
Oh, I think I have seen it.
I don't know, man. I didn't dig in, but it's a Legend deal.
Yeah.
So
it's yellow and wood.
If it's Legend, it's not going to be. They actually had if it's Legend, it's not going to be VQ. So it's going to be Seagull or Phoenix or something.
Yeah.
But man, it looked good.
Models.
And then there was a PT-22 too. Looks like a PT-19 with the landing gear a little different, and it's got a big radial instead of the little, I think 250 horse is I think what was in the PT-19s. There were a couple different options, but
yeah, I did see that actually.
Gorgeous. Yeah. I keep, it took me a while. I kind of had surface in the back of my head for a while before I finally got going on it. And when I was wanting to buy my kid RC, actually it was the Mighty T or something like that. It was a Lowe's buggy looking thing, kind of. Anyway, I didn't get it because she's like, sure, get one with your RC money. I was like, but it's for my kid. Like, let's just get it.
Right.
And So it
My
didn't happen.
RC money is for
That's for my
me.
Yeah.
airplanes, man.
But the thing is, like, I chew on these things for a while, and so I've been so because I know myself at this point, I know it's inevitable because I've been chewing on balsa a little bit. It's probably in my future somewhere. And Bobby, he started on that stuff, so there's liable to be one sometime. I'd like to do.
Do it.
I'd like to do one.
Do it.
I'd like to do one. I'd like to do something.
Make it happen.
And and you know what's cool about, I don't know if that pea shooter is like a monster or not, but if it's between 48 and 60 inches, I think that's a sweet spot for a guy who's only got foamy experience to maybe give it a shot. Because before I'm gonna like wad up one that's 100-inch wingspan and have to deal with getting it to the field, like, I'm cool with a 48, 50, 55 incher, 60 incher.
Well, that's
P26 is
There
Seagull,
you go.
says George Watts.
I will say that's a very smart decision. My P47 that we just did is the same. It's 1600 millimeters, exact same size as the FMS foamy. Fits in the car without having to
Nice.
take it apart. It's fantastic that way, and you can use the power system from an airplane you already know flies good. Hence, 1500 millimeter P47. Put the power system out of the foamy in it, and it'll fly great. So, same deal. You could pick something that has a 2-bladed prop to fit it, or a 3-bladed prop already. Whether it's, trying to think of what would be a good plane to take 1-to-1, but most of these.
And kind of
Yeah.
just match specs,
Right.
right? Like, think about the T6 power system, right? It's in the 1.2 series, and it's too bad it's gone, but that E-Flight T6 is like 57 inches, actually. 2-bladed prop, and that would work on something similarly sized,
Right.
and balsa. I guess it's 71 inches. Wow. Well, that's cool too, though.
71,
So
though,
6L power.
Yeah, it'd be 1500, 1600 millimeter area.
So you know what I'd do? I'd be looking at the power system for the Carbon ZT28 or
There
something.
you go. And it'd fly the heck out of it.
Right.
Like a beast, like riding the bus, right, Kenny?
Or a ride at Disney if you're Hangar 51.
Yeah.
He's a bus driver at Disney. You know that, right? That's the joke?
Yes. You know what? I was watching VH1, and they were doing like the Seven Dwarfs. Where are they now? And it was Kenny, one of them, driving the bus.
Grumpy or Goofy?
Goofy.
Oh, okay.
Well, Kenny was
Goofy's
one of
not-
the dwarves.
Yeah, no. Goofy's not one of the
Oh.
dwarfs.
Dopey. Something.
It wasn't Bashful.
Yeah, no, I've been looking at Legend also lately, and there's some pretty sweet models, though. I will agree with you on their website right now. I really like, there's the trainer plane. It was a 2-seater. It's not a Stearman. It was the one low wing. Is that the PT-19?
22.
Yeah, it's...
Is it got a radial engine in it, or
No,
like
it's got the inline 6-cylinder.
Oh, well, that's like a
I think
PT19
it's
or something. Then.
PT-19, yeah. I think that's right.
But it's not. I don't know if it's a 6, but maybe.
Anyway.
Dude, I want to look it up right now.
Anyway, they have some pretty sweet planes. They got a B-25. You know my affinity for B-25s. So, yeah, I've been looking pretty hard at that. But it's all to come in the future. I also really want to do a Hangar 9 Hellcat. Always wanted that airplane. They're reasonably priced for what they are. It's got the design twist and turned retracts available for it, which are always... One of the biggest challenges I run into doing a balsa plane is finding the retracts that look right in it and not spending an arm and a leg. And I know it's for foam guys, you're going to go, oh my God, it's how much? But they're about $150 for the retracts, but they're correct. And
They do have a PT-19
there
80
you go.
incher.
Yeah, it's yellow and blue. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That would be a sweet flying model.
I love a PT-19. My grandpa still got one in a hangar. They called it a PT-26 because it was cold weather version, had a closed canopy and like a little more horsepower. Maybe it was cabin heat too. You know what I mean? But do those struts, are they suspension struts? I love a PT-19, and I had the one. Some of you guys will remember the E-Flight one that was 45 inches that they made as a control line if you wanted, or RC if you wanted, electric PT-19. You guys remember that? It was like was it a 25 size engine, 15 size engine? Um, I have it still
That's
hanging
before
up.
my time.
But it's John Redmond was like the guy making the videos on that for Horizon at the time.
My sound's low again, Lori. Dude. I don't know. Hey, they're saying my sound.
I totally want to do.
I don't know why. I guess I'll start screaming. But yeah.
I totally love that PT 19, and they're super slippery. They're gonna fly and flare really nice, you know, in ground effect. And 80 inches, son of a gun. I mean, if you're wanting to go gas, but you haven't done it yet, and you're scared about like sourcing like nice solid retracts to carry a big gas plane, you know, a PT-19 is probably not a bad idea. It's fixed gear anyway. The thing's got flaps, you know, it's 80 inches. I still think it's probably super light. I would put the T-28 system in that son of a gun too.
Oh, yeah.
All day
would
long.
Fly it. No problem.
Dude.
So, Air Marshal, what you going to get? Come on, where's your balsa? What's your dream plane right now?
So, one that I have been looking at for a while. So I went to the what is it? The Southeast Model Show, I think is what it was called, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, it was a big model show that they have down in. It's in Georgia, like southern Georgia, and just somebody help me out here. I know that somebody in here, knows the name of that show. But anyway, uh, they had tons and tons of airplanes, and Extreme Flight is also here in the Atlanta area. So, that's one of those things where I could drive over there to their showroom and just pick one up and take it home. Um, Extreme Flight had a model there called the Muscle Bipe, which was a Waco variant biplane. And, because I'm not a big 3D guy, this was in their, I can't remember what the series was that they called it, but, they're not really intended to be 3D planes, although you certainly can fly them 3D. They're more of a sport flyer, like an aerobatic type of plane. And that thing, to me, is awesome. They've got a couple of different color schemes. They've got a white and black that's all stormtroopered out, and they've got another one that's red and black. And they're great planes. I mean, I got to hold one in my hands and really feel the build quality. The Extreme Flight guys, they don't mess around. They make a great balsa plane.
Actually, there's a video of Jace Ducia flying that airplane at the same
Yeah,
field
flying the hell out of it.
Same field they do EDF Jet Jam at.
Oh, is that where they were? Was it
Yeah.
Rosewood? I'd have to go back and watch it. But yeah, I saw Jace Ducia flying that muscle bipe, and I mean he flew the wings off that plane.
Michael Raja, real quick, it's OMP Hobby. We're gonna be unboxing them next weekend. So he's asking about the balsa planes that we got coming right now. So anyway, yeah.
Which one?
What is it?
Which one are you doing?
So
that new one they
I've
got?
got the Bighorn coming, which is kind of their trainer-looking plane, but I would say it's more like an ultra stick from what I've seen about it. It's got flaps. It's big big barn door ailerons and elevators, so you can 3D it if you want. It's 3S or 4S for $249, plug and play. I think it's a smoking deal on a balsa plane. So I've talked to a few guys that have actually received them. They did an early pre-order. We did it for channel members here. First 25 guys that ordered them got them direct shipped from China overnight. So there's a couple guys, Pay It Forwards in here. He got one of them. I don't know if his has actually made it here. It might be here when mine gets here tomorrow. I think everybody's supposed to get them this week, but I think a couple guys got them Saturday. I've also got I can't remember the name of the other one. I just saw it. It just got released, and he was like, I was able to get it in the shipment, and it's their trainer plane too, and I think it's going to be $199, and it is like an ugly stick. If you remember those, it's just a straight box fuse, no frills. It's supposed to be your first balsa plane. You want to get your feet wet, plug and play, take it out of the box, 3S, go have fun. And they're going to fly great. You know they are. Balsa planes always fly great. So, and a classic design. I don't have them linked right now, guys. If you wanted to check them out, Buddy RC on YouTube, and he has several videos of them. We also have the Edge 540 coming. That one's going to be a little bit further in the future because they're a little ways out from those getting to the States. But that plane's going to be awesome. It's balsa with carbon fiber laid over all of the balsa parts. So, going to be super, super sweet when that one gets here. So, I'm debating whether I want to go gas or electric on it. I'm probably going to go electric and do the plug and play version, though, because I'm lazy. Hey, let's all be honest.
I want to do gas sometime, but I'm okay if it takes a long time for me to get there.
So, on the gas subject, I do have a plane possibly coming in September, October, somewhere in there when Dad goes out to Texas. The guy that taught me how to fly, his name was Charles Busby, was building a scratch-built C-47. It's 12 feet, and he's offered to sell that plane to me, and I think I'm going to buy it. And it's humongous, though. And it'll probably have 2 gasoline engines on it. Currently, it has 2 radial engines on it, but I think I'm going to change it over to just straight gas. Just because radial engines aren't the most reliable. They sound cool as heck, though.
Yeah.
That will probably be my one and only gasser currently, unless something just really changes my mind. I love electric. I'm spoiled. It's easy. I got all of it. I'm spoiled. No cleanup. Yep. It always works. They don't die in the middle of flying it. So, yeah.
Michael Sherman, no. To answer that question, no, but thank you for thinking of us, though, because that's super nice.
Anybody get the benefits of a sale on an OV10?
Influencer marketing, Wesley. You are one.
Did I miss something, though, on the OV10?
No. He's asking, he's going to buy one if any of us had affiliate relationships.
No, nobody has anything with motion. It'd be cool.
And you're driving the ship?
Sorry.
I'm scared to death.
It'd be cool if they would. Just saying.
Tell me about it. I'm still selling those birds.
Yeah, no.
So, man, I'm thinking if I do balsa, that's if and when I ever go wet. That's the way to. That's what it'll be. Obviously, that's what it's going to be on. I'm not going to like gas up a foamy,
right.
But PT-19, a P-47, a Zero, a big lumbering bipe, like that to me makes sense to be the place I go gas at.
And now the other cool thing Legend has that like nobody else has right now is World War I planes. They've got several World War I planes, and they're getting hard to find those. You know that?
Yeah, they are.
And they fly good. They're just hard to land usually.
Right. And have no suspension.
None. Yes. Actually, a couple models do. I think that new Hanger 9 DR1, or it's a DR7. I think it actually has suspension and struts.
Well, even the Dynam Albatross had
Yeah, it did.
suspension.
Yeah, like that's not scale.
I actually think it is scale on the Albatross.
I think it is.
It might be.
I
Look
think
here,
it
scale
is.
police, get out.
Because I mean, listen, I mean it's Dynam. They wouldn't have done it if it wasn't scale. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 3-bladed prop on a P47, and they don't account for the scoop underneath. Just put the shaft right through the middle of the whole lot.
Yeah, but they put that same prop on like 60 different airframes.
I know, but that shaft should be up in the middle of the circle, not the middle of the whole thing. Drives me nuts.
Right.
I guess I didn't see that.
Dude, these Warbirds all have the same bloody engines. A double row Wasp R2800, right? Most of them, the single engine fighters, Corsair, Hellcat, P47, all have the same bloody engine. And the shape of that P47 is for ducting. So the top of that cowl is where the circle of the radial is. It's not gearboxed. So the shaft should be coming right out the center of the circle, not the center of the hole.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Drives me crazy. And 4 blades, come on.
Oh,
but it does fly good though. It does fly good.
It flies great.
It flies super good into a fence, I believe.
It does. But when it goes into the air, it flies even better.
Yes. And you can't tell that it's all wrong when it's flying. It is pretty good.
I believe all Dynam planes actually fly. They're different than anything else. They're so lightly loaded. They fly so slow and easy.
Well, the tail surfaces already have like dihedral in them, and they flex so much. It's kind of like built-in expo.
You kind of have poly. Really, I mean, they're.
Look, there's a place for everything. They're great stuff for guys that they do fly.
Price. For the price, they're good airplanes,
They do fly good.
Oh, yeah.
They do fly good.
And that
Once
little,
you get them up.
And I think that you and Bobby took one of these out, Ryan. That little, the Sky Strain, the little C-47. That thing actually flies really well.
It does.
But they're all just kind of janky. As much as I'd love to fly them, they're such a pain in the butt to build, and it doesn't matter which one you get.
They can be. These guys are right. I mean, a little TLC, and Bobby and I are, trying to help, but everybody's tried to help, and it doesn't. I feel bad making
it knowing it. Just go.
I feel bad making fun a little, but you got to listen. You got to make changes.
Mm-hmm.
So
or don't.
It is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is.
Or
and,
don't.
And you know what? We make videos and we tell you the truth, so you make up your own mind. No one's trying to trick anybody.
Nope. And
right.
The place where Dynam shines to me is they make a lot of planes that nobody else has, like the P-61.
That's my favorite part.
What's the other one? It's like a B-25, but a B-26. Who else has one?
No one.
C-47. Who else has one?
Gloucester Meteor.
Who else has one? So that's where Dynam is, if you want one of those and you're willing to put a little bit more effort in to put it together, and, if there's issues, you're going to have to fix it. But I will say, they always send the replacement parts if you ask them. If you do run into it.
Gene is amazing. And we work with them a little bit in the way of helping on social and stuff. And, they're giving it a shot. I think I hope enough folks make enough noise that things will change. What I'd like to see, I think, is the same thing a lot of y'all would like to see, which is let's do some new planes. I don't give a rip about a version 3 on something that's 7 years old when the market already has 3 or 4 options that I could be getting.
Or that the version 3 is, hey, we put counter rotating props in. Like, dude, you switched 2 wires?
Or
Good
paint.
for you.
I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's like, you know, some of those take the least, give me 10 or 15 of the least selling SKUs and kill them all the way. Quit worrying about those, sell them through, and let me buy you one free wing and FMS E-Flight plane to send to your boardroom. Cut that son of a bitch in half and start reverse engineering it, and let's see what you can do.
Right.
Because that's as easy as it would be. That's it.
V2.
Right.
I'm
AT6.
Michael Sherman. I agree. I will always buy an AT6 just to reward whoever's making
I
it.
missed not getting that one, and I was gonna get one. I called. Let's see. I think it was like 3 weeks ago. It was right after I started the whole E-Flight deal. I was like, I'm gonna get that plane. I've always wanted it. That one and the PT-17. I was gonna order them both. Out of stock, and then it was discontinued. I was like, no, I missed it. I always wanted that airplane too.
It's the best foamy T6 I've flown, man, because the Freewing one is awesome, but the landing gear are wrong, and it's kind of cartoony, and it was heavy.
Man,
I have them both
and it
still.
doesn't exist. Is there a T6 for sale right now? I don't even think there is one.
Freewing T6. I'd get rid of it in a heartbeat.
Oh, you still have it.
I got it. I still got my E-Flight one too, and both of mine are painted up in my grandpa's Harvard scheme.
Yeah.
You can see my E-Flight heavily modified one if you go to my Instagram, which is what's up, Lori, producer of the century.
Yes.
She said, I gotta go to the ladies' room. She's running by for a minute.
Poor lady, we're putting her to work this weekend.
We are.
Oh my goodness. I know. I still gotta edit that next one.
We're putting all of us to work this weekend. I don't think I've done this much editing in this short a time ever.
Right.
My whole week fell off on like releases. I usually do 2 or 3 airplane, maybe 1 truck, 2 airplane videos a week. And I've been all about little budget RC for I feel like 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, and it's funny because we're on like these, and I guess I shouldn't complain, right? Like I'm not on a deadline for anything except these.
Yeah.
And it's like, crap, I got to get this done, and I get it in there with like 2 hours to spare.
I know it. I've got to get some stuff turned around too. But
I thank both of you guys for being here tonight and for doing this, and I think it's been a lot of fun. I always have a good time hanging out with you guys, and we had one heck of a fun. What is it called? Discord? What did y'all call that thing last night? A Zoom.
Zoom.
We had
the Zoom.
We had a wild Zoom party after the show. That was a good time.
Your Zoom party may have been a little more wild than other folks'
I don't
Zoom
know what you're talking about.
Way too late.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know better than to keep the princess up past midnight, and it was rolling into like 1 o'clock in the morning. So,
Oh, that's when you bailed. That thing went till 3.
Oh my gosh! No way I could have stayed that long.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then I had to get up, and start like editing more videos.
I know.
Yeah.
I had to get Lori out of the bed this morning so she could go edit some videos.
Yeah. Lori, get up. We're on a deadline.
Yeah.
Cuss word.
Get in there.
Cuss.
Thanks for filming and exporting the video and editing all the video and just letting me be the driver.
Yeah, George Watts, how long did you Zoom last night? I guess they went till 3 in the morning. I tapped out at 1.
The youngin' tapped out.
Hey, princess's bedtime, I gotta be in bed. You see how pretty I am? This takes lots of sleep to stay this good looking. I'm just saying.
Right. Hey, so I did want to throw an honorable mention in there about the balsa airplanes because I feel like we're about to cut it off, but I need to say this. I also really would like the Hangar 9 Christian Eagle. I love that plane.
It's awesome. It's been around. Well, that one hadn't, but Christian Eagle's been around forever. I actually have one, and they're fantastic flying airplanes.
Yep.
I'll sell you one
And
if
that's
you want
my
to cover
like I'm not a big 3D guy, so I wouldn't fly it like a 3D airplane, but I think that it would do really well as just a nice sport flyer too. So
You want one? I got one if you're willing to cover it.
I can't cover it the way Hangar 9 does.
You're correct.
Like that thing is just very nice. So
Alpha for Motion RC. What's up, man?
hey,
What's going
Mr.
on?
Alpha, how are you?
He's coming to check out some boats.
Some boats.
You want to see them?
Yeah. I guess we
Watch the videos.
we should probably pick these things up again for the guys that are coming in late. But yeah.
Yeah, the guys that missed out on
Check
all
out the videos.
the boat party.
We've all released our videos too before the show. If you're coming in late, definitely check it out. The Stealth Wake. Play our drums. Yeah.
That's it.
So I could
Boats.
do a little after party show if anybody wanted to do it. We could do.
I'm afraid how long it'll go.
I think we keep this one if we do it. I was kind of thinking about doing a real flight session.
Oh man, I'm not.
No?
No, do what you want. I mean, I'm not. I got edits to do because this collab weekend you
That's right.
forced upon
We got
us.
that tomorrow too. What do you think, Air Marshal? You want to get on? Let's say we got to give it a time to cut it off. 10 o'clock.
I also have to do what Ryan's doing.
Editors, guys, I tried to make it awesome for you.
Well,
Look.
you have an employee, Wesley. We don't.
Yeah, you've got like the editing queen,
Y'all need to
and
get
we're
one. What are y'all waiting on?
we're like the flyer, the filmer, the editor, the all things.
Yeah, you
The
gotta,
talent,
you gotta get that.
the on-air
I
beauty.
just look pretty.
You know.
Well, what I'll
Right.
do, because I see some guys saying it, I'm going to jump on a real flight session for a little bit for you guys that want to jump in. I'll just call it Mary Boozer. I'm going to leave it open. I'm sure it's going to get wild and crazy in there, as it always does. They fill up really fast. But I think we're going to do that, guys. I really do thank our guests for being here tonight. If you haven't already, check out the videos from each of us. They're linked down in the description. If you decide to get a boat, buy it through the links. Check it out. If you want a crawler, we did crawlers yesterday. We
Yeah,
got
I think
bashers
that was
tomorrow.
awesome. I think the crawlers are a sleeper
Right.
of a good time, and not everybody can get to water,
Right.
but it's so easy to listen. I crawled mine in 4 locations. 3 of them were in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the kids are in
with
was
the kids.
magic.
Oh, dude, my 3.5-year-old is driving. My 7-year-old's driving. My 9-year-old's driving. Little bit here and there in those, videos. And the glasses are because of a 3 o'clock in the morning Zoom last night. I'm like Liz Taylor over here. I need a martini or something. Like, I don't know, but I would love to hop. I would hop in an after show, but I wouldn't hop. I don't think I'd hop in a real flight because every time I do, there's some other jerk names himself Pilot Ryan Media, and I just want to
throat punch them. You can be honest.
Yeah, man, drives me nuts.
It does.
Come on.
I agree. It's got to
Can you get the verified check in real flight just to make sure you're the real one?
right? For real.
Sheesh. For real. Good times though, and
We should put all of our names as Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Slim Shady. Please stand up. The real one.
Well,
No. I need those Minecraft glasses and some Snoop playing in the background right now.
And a big cigar.
Yeah, no.
so, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Don't forget, you can check us all out again tomorrow night on that guy's channel down there. RC Air
Yes.
Marshal.
We have one more night
more
of
night.
the big weekend collab.
Face palm.
Ryan, you get to go to bed early
That's
tonight,
right.
man.
I don't, because I gotta still edit the thing, and probably put a speed run on it because the box didn't say what it does. So I'm gonna get out and give it a speed run, because otherwise all you're gonna do is see a race car drift around a desk in our school room.
Oh no!
Yes.
You got to get that thing
So,
out and blast it.
I tried to yesterday, but it ran out of battery halfway through. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
So I'm charging up my GoPro batteries right now because I have filmed absolutely none of the footage for tomorrow's video.
Dude, let me show you the best charger ever
So-
for the GoPro deal.
So when you guys see the video tomorrow that will get released at 7, just like all the other ones, understand that was a miracle.
Mine's done. But I had it edited.
But I'm a loser. And you know, the procrastinator in me makes much better content.
That's right.
Ryan, I need to get one of those.
Go to my Amazon store.
There you
I
go.
may do that.
or GoPro or whatever. I don't know. But I for Father's Day, and you just use like a regular like iPhone, USB situation.
Yeah.
And it's pretty slick, and it lights up either yellow or green, and I can charge 2 batteries at a time. This is what I got for Father's Day, birthday, or whatever it was. It's all about the same time.
And they're cheap. They're like $30. And it comes
I don't
with a
know
battery,
what it
I
cost
think.
them, but it was. Does it come with a battery? I told them I wanted a charger and an extra battery because my SD card for my GoPro was fine, but I really do it. I shoot 1080-60, I think, and it burns through the
Battery.
the battery. So Hangar 51, I guess I'm trying to like draw this out because I don't want to go yet.
We can stay here all night if you want.
He wants to know what we're doing tomorrow. You guys have yours handy?
I do.
I do too. Now we call it bashers, but basically it's just something with a little speed.
Jumpable.
Little speed is the name of the game. So, sitting on the back of my hand.
You got a carpet racer, basically, though.
Yeah, and this thing is great for that. It's a lot of fun.
This thing drifts around on the hardwood like a beast.
Like the Mini T and that little Polaris are, more for outside. Right. This is definitely more of an indoor carpet racer and paved surface kind of deal.
So that's what's up. And me and Air Marshal still have to decide what kind of videos we're going to make.
Right.
Like I said.
You know what I'm going to do? I swear I was thinking about this today. I'm going to send Lori
nothing.
I'm going to send Lori a link to the Horizon video that's already done. Like, I'm not even going to do it. I'm just like, just look at the Horizon video. It's awesome.
we're gonna pull the stock footage from Team Associated. Like I'm just gonna pull the stock footage straight from them.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just gonna straight up link there. I'm not even gonna try to like. It's just gonna straight up be the Horizon hobby video for Mini T from Low C. I'll put my link in. I'll send it to you, Dave, and whatever.
Yeah,
it has been some filming getting this ready. I don't know about the editing.
Oh yeah. And what's crazy?
I want to say bad words to you. Like seriously, every night of the week, I'm in this. I love my room. I'm surprised there's not a bed in it because if I'm not at work, like I'm in it. I do see the kids while they're awake, and then I come back down here. But, yeah, Wesley, quit it.
Hey, we're having a good time.
One of the other things that I wanted to mention about this boat is, and I don't know if you guys mentioned it in your videos. I know I didn't mention it in mine. I didn't mention the little catch fence that you can put on the front to like drive little balls around. And I also didn't tell you guys what the runtime is on this thing. This little Pro boat has like a 20-minute runtime on that little lithium-ion battery. And I mean, you don't run this thing at like half
Oh
throttle.
no, full blast.
It only goes
That's
like
awesome.
8 miles an hour anyway. So I'm just like, ah! Yeah, just got it nailed the whole time. Yeah. And I was just recording, and it recorded for so long that my GoPro shut off from overheating before the battery ran out.
Wow.
Hmm.
I should have just took the GoPro and like dunked it in the water. Like,
Eh.
you'll be all right.
Sherman, that's awesome, dude. I'm
Getting the felony.
trying to work out a deal on I'm trying to work out a deal on the felony and an infraction right now from a hobby shop somewhere, just because they'll have them. So they'll supply the hobby shops, and then the online you can't get them. So it's like I can't decide if I'm going to wait until they're back in stock and use a discount and stuff, or if I'm just going to like bite the bullet and try to get in on it. I really want to get. So I want to get Bobby an infraction because he wants one, and I want Bobby to give a rip about Surface because it'll be helpful for me if he cares, because he's totally an airplane guy, Bobby, but he likes the infraction. So handbrake, infraction, felony, warehouse. I think we're gonna have some fun no matter what the weather is with those things.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that felony looks like it comes straight out of like Mad Max.
Dude,
That thing is bad to the
It is.
bone. I
Flat
love
black
that car.
Cadillac, flat black, dude. I'm taking the wing off. I mean, it's sick and it's huge.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
if any of you guys have seen a Limitless or an infraction at a hobby shop, the felonies are gonna appear to have more mass to that thing.
Right, because it's the same
taller, bigger, beefier
chassis,
body.
same wheel frame. It'll probably be about the same as the infraction that's got like that kind of, classic truck body, but I mean, it just looks so mean, and it's got all those
Big.
angles and stuff.
Mhm.
It's just like a big 7 scale.
It's got NACA duct on the side, letting air come in and you know what I
I
mean?
really dig the
Cool it
orange
off.
Yeah.
paint job. Is my favorite on that one. It looks sweet.
I do like the orange a lot.
Do you?
Mhm.
I like the flat black.
I'm flashy.
Flat black, and I'm taking the wing off. And I
Flat
saw a
black with
made
orange pinstripes would look badass too.
that would.
Need the
I
rice
think
burner.
it'd look cool with a Carmen Gia body on it.
It would try to fit that on there.
I'd have to like put 2 or 3 on there, one for each wheel. You know,
So
it'd look like
Right.
4 of them.
Dave,
4 of them like drifting in formation.
Dave told me you had a little bit of an interesting time with the Carbon Gia.
Yeah,
with
I
the-
did. I
with the
blew the
motor?
motor up.
Oops.
I bought an upgraded motor, blew it up, and then put the stock motor in it, and it's fine. I don't know
Dang it.
what's up.
And that motor, I think something was wrong with that motor because even when I was running it here, it got hot, like way too hot.
Yeah.
And I didn't mess with the timing or nothing. All the timing was stock out of the box. So I think that something was wrong with that
I
motor.
will say
So-
that paint job, Dave, was beautiful. Wonderful job on that little
That's
truck.
a
Thank you.
nice one.
Or car, I should say.
Yeah.
I need some of that YouTube stuff. I need some branded YouTube work from Air Marshal for some stickers and stuff.
I know he's killing it with his merch now. He got the hats. Must be nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't get anything done unless I have you guys do it.
I can't get anything done unless I have Lori do it.
Yeah, I know. You got Lori, and then you had Kevin Farros
Oh, I miss Kevin.
supplying you.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, you got it made.
Yeah, well, Kevin's done, though.
Jiminy Christmas.
No more Kevin. Well, he's still around.
No. No more Kevin. Kevin put you in the
He
game,
did.
dude.
I miss Kevin buying and playing. Come back, Kevin.
The funny thing is, the funny stuff is, Kevin. So, I would get the thing because new stuff, you know.
Mhm.
I would get the thing and do it. Kevin's like, "That's awesome! I'm getting one," and you'd get to do one
Yep.
too. That was pretty
that's
cool.
how it always happened. He would buy them, no, like almost every one of them. But yeah, I'm saying
He always told me he was. He's like, Ryan, where's your link? I was like, I got you. Hold
He
on.
has right now for sale 3 E-flite F-16s or F-18s. 3.
No kidding?
No, yeah.
Those are sick.
Yeah, well, he's got it in the box. So, unless he sold them, he was in here. If any of you guys wanted to message him. He's got a bunch of really sweet planes for sale right now. Anybody wanting an airliner, he's got one with 3 flights on it. You've seen it. $300.
Hey, Brad, pay it forward. Yeah, that's what I hear. Extra wheels for the felony. Yes. I can't decide if I'm going to jump on this deal or wait till I can get it.
You might as well just buy one. I mean, you bought you a brand new F-22 last night. What's another $600, $700?
Dude. Ouch. When you know what the discount is, it kind of makes sense to wait sometimes.
Uh-huh.
But I don't want to wait.
Yep.
Because it's YouTube.
Yep.
Yep, you'll have to bug the folks at Horizon to make things right.
Yeah, I have. I have. Yeah. So it's cool though.
Well, guys, I guess I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. Go edit your stuff. We'll be doing this again tomorrow night.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna send you a link to Lozy.
No, you're not. Don't you do it. And get in there. Get your stuff. I'm going to get on Real Flight for a little bit because I promised it to you guys. I saw y'all popping in the section. So I'll be on there if any of you want to join. And let's have us a good time. And tomorrow we're going to bash some trucks. See if we can break some stuff, right?
All right.
Air Vexed.
Thank you, George Watts. Thank you, Farmer Man.
It's just kind of it's an influencer deal where, I mean, it's not a public thing. So I mean, they reward the effort of making all these videos with a small discount.
And we did.
So it's kind of nice.
Did purchase all of these vehicles you guys are seeing in front of us.
That's right.
That is a true statement. These were
and honestly, what
bought with our own money.
What difference
it doesn't make any difference, but just so you guys know, we did purchase all our vehicles.
None, because this, which you guys will find out, is probably the most budget-friendly piece of RC equipment on the planet, and it's way better than any of the garbage that you would get on Banggood.
You cashed in your 401k to get that. Come on.
I sure did, man. I sure did.
No, Wesley talked me into, buying a bunch of budget RCs, which was a good time.
Let's do it,
got airplanes wrapped up, but the surface stuff, we want to do it where it's on us.
It's the truth.
But it's nice having friends.
It is,
So
half of the fun of this to me was just being here hanging out with everybody, Guys, at the end of the day, we're playing with toys, but it's always more fun if you can play with your toys with your friends.
I'm saying.
What's
up, Farmer Man? Farmer Man, when are you going to change your name back?
Yeah, the Farmer RC channel now. He's not the Farmer
The
Man.
Huevo. Farmer Huevos.
The one bean.
Farmer Man Shaba. All right, guys. So you know what's going on tomorrow. Basher stuff.
Yep.
Wesley will still be trying to get his beauty sleep.
I will.
I hope he got a receipt because it ain't working.
But yeah, guys, 8 p.m., Air Marshal's channel. You guys all know him. We're playing with some budget bashers. So, going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys join us. Be looking, if you are wanting to join the Real Flight session, it'll be up shortly under a Mary Boozer RC channel. We'll probably get Lori on the sticks for a few minutes because you guys always enjoy playing with her for a few minutes. And I will be there also. And who knows, you might have a sneak special guest of one of these guys jump in there if they decide to. So, without further ado, like, share, subscribe, hit all our buddies' links, and we're going to see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m.
That's it. Watch the videos,
Watch
dudes.
the videos, and if you're gonna click them, watch the full video.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, man.
Start to finish. We got to start telling you guys.
It's cool seeing dudes doing stuff they don't do.
Right.
Right.
Something different.
Usually, it was kind of neat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And mine has awesome music from White
Dude. Seriously, Wesley risked his life to bring you that budget boat. Dave had Tawny Katane and Whitesnake cameoed in his video. And mine's really kind of lame, except I think the intro might be the best part. But, you get to see the boats running. I got some, my stuff was sunset. I got a couple cool shots. But, it's cool to see your buddies playing with stuff that they don't usually get to play with, So yeah, and I really think you got to go look at the crawler videos too if you haven't.
Yep.
We put in the work. Check it out. All you got to do is watch. It's free. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. That's even helpful. All right? So, anyway.
All right, guys. Well, we're getting out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get out there and fly with your friends. See y'all later.